I admired how he was loved from all his teammates. That's a very big thing that he preaches in our family. Every time we go to the rink, the only two things in your mind should be compete, be a good teammate.
What I love most is that you wear your heart on your sleeve, and I admire how hard you worked and how much of an impact you had. And I'm just happy and glad that I've got to learn so much from you, and you're Matthew and I as a role model.
What a goal by Brady Tkachuk! You will not see many better than that.
Hey, Brady, show those pictures of you guys, the kids in the background there when you guys are babies.
Can you see it?
So Matthew's far left, right?
The biggest one by far.
Yeah, he's a little chunky there. It's a barrel. Taryn's in the middle, and then that's Brady on the right.
She has a huge head in that picture, though, too. I think hers is bigger than both of us.
I don't know.
We got some melons for heads there.
Our 2016 first-round pick, Matthew Tkachuk.
The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select Brady Tkachuk.
So when Brady and I were going through the draft, we had like our player comparables, and I know mine were James Van Riemsdyk and Jamie Benn. I think Brady, yours were Jamie Benn and maybe Wayne Simmons. Did you have players that you kind of were like your comparables in your draft?
There was only 21 teams when I got drafted, and there was barely any TV coverage, so I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I tried to play like Cam Neely, but,
He was a way better skater.
He was one tough son of a gun, though, who could score.
One time they score!
It's Keith Tkachuk from the slot.
Dad, what was the hardest part about your early career, and what were your biggest challenges?
Obviously grew up in Boston and going to Winnipeg, didn't know much about it. First time I actually had money and playing in a place where they love hockey. There wasn't many Americans too playing in the league. Back then it was more Canadian, so it's a little different now, much more skilled.
Tkachuk, 5 seconds, he's got a chance, 2 seconds, he scores!
50th of the year!
It's over, the Jets are in the playoffs!
Tkachuk has become one of 3 Winnipeg Jets to score 50 goals in one season. Congratulations, Keith Tkachuk.
Boy, what a scene, isn't it? It's fabulous. It's amazing. I can't believe this. This is great. One last wave to the fans. They're here for you.
What's your favorite memory of your career then? What sticks out the most? It's got to be the World Cup. Has to be.
I got to play in 4 Olympics, winning a silver medal in Salt Lake. Such a prestigious tournament to be in, to do it in your home country, and obviously the World Cup, being a part of that. Winning the '96 World Cup in a game that was probably the most physical game I've ever been a part of. And then my last game when I announced my retirement, when you guys came on the ice.
This has been a dream come true. My parents, to my wife, to my children, all the fans. It's a blessing.
If you guys can remember, who's the one player I told you to watch every morning?
Datsuk.
Pavel Datsuk.
You guys actually do listen. Okay, Brady, so Matthew, you loved Crosby and Kane. Brady, who did you love?
Yeah, those are my guys.
I loved Crosby.
No, Brady, you liked Malkin. You wore his number.
Yep. I liked Crosby and Malkin. I loved Malkin growing up. He was awesome.
Brady, how funny is it that you wore Malkin's number and you idolized that guy and you went after him this year?
Hey, they sent him out there for a hat trick with 30 seconds left. Our team's not going to let that happen.
Tkachuk and Malkin are tangled up behind the play. Brady Tkachuk will get the hot water.
Matthew, why did you choose the London Knights? Why'd you go to the CHL?
I think that decision came just straight down to me wanting to play in the NHL immediately. And I understand that, if you're a good player, any route will work. You just got to pick the best program for you. But for me, I thought that London was going to give me the quickest chance of playing in the NHL. And we had a good team, so I thought we were going to win.
Tkachuk, Wade shoots, scores! It's over! Good Knights! The Memorial Cup now belongs to the London Knights!
All right, what about you, Brady? Why did you choose college instead of going to CHL?
I felt like it was the best place for me. Is a lot of NHL prospects there, and we had a pretty good team as well. And just wanted to be in Boston, be with family as of course you went there, so loved it from a young age.
Brady wasn't skilled enough to go to London, so he went to BU. And Mom wanted Brady to get a business degree too.
Well, you got to stay more than 1 year to get a business degree, don't you? How nervous were you guys your first NHL game?
Oh, shaking my boots.
Who did you play?
Boston in Boston.
Yeah, I remember. Mom and I was
6 minute of ice, -1, 1 shot. See you later, Brady.
Yeah, it was a tough goal, but you know what? Do the victory lap beginning of the game and warm-ups.
Victory lap, no bucket, first no bucket. Hopefully I'm ready.
Yeah, but that's a great thing. You're going up there against Bergeron, Pasternak, and Marchand, and Chara on the back, and McAvoy.
Saw them. It's quick change.
Hey guys, Coach, you sure you want us out here against these guys? I'm sure Bergeron was really scared to play you. Matthew, what about you?
Finish that joke before you laugh at it. Jeez.
Easy there, Burnsy.
I was not that nervous the whole day, like at all. But I remember warm-ups in Edmonton because it was the opener of the rink. And Dad, do you remember when they did like the Gretzky lap before the start of the game, where Gretzky went out there with the puck?
Was Gretzky and Messier?
Anyway, it was Gretzky and Messier like passing it around, and then they just left the puck, and just McDavid came outside. It was like the passing of the torch. That was the moment where I was like, "Oh my God, this is like I'm in the NHL."
Our next shooter, Matthew Tkachuk. Following you is your brother Brady Tkachuk, and we thought, hey, why don't we bring up your dad? Give it up, St. Louis! Pro star, Keith Tkachuk!
Talk about that All-Star game. How was it? Your first, for both you guys, really, even for Freddie Fillin. How was it when you replaced him? He deserved it. He was great. How did it feel walking in my locker room playing with some of the guys that you grew up idolizing?
I tell you what, it felt a hell of a lot better walking home with that check right in front of Brady's face.
Brady, how did you feel?
I was just happy to be there.
Is it true you got that minus on the game-winning goal?
I could have been -4 that game. I don't know. It was fun. I had a blast.
Is it true you got a nice little bonus?
I might have had a little bonus there.
It worked out perfect for you, Dad. Brady got the bonus for being the late ad, and I got the bonus for winning. It's great. It's great for you.
Yeah, I know. It's about time. That's the first time you actually ever paid for anything that weekend. It's a miracle.
Hey, well, didn't he miss like a big part of the payment though? He didn't pay for the food. He just paid for.
Mom had to use our credit card because Matthew forgot to leave it, and that bill was outrageous. Brady, how did it feel to become in last place in the shooting thing at the All-Star game?
He's overshooting it a few times, hasn't he? He's getting chirped by his brother.
Maybe his dad too.
Yeah, probably. I can only imagine the competitiveness in that family growing up.
I was just happy to be there. You could ask anybody in practice, I was the best one, but just when there's a bunch of people watching, I was Peter Panic, as you call it. So it's not much I can do. You know what ended me is when I saw you, when you first told me like that morning you were wearing a Cardinals jersey. I started panicking, like I got to do something, but then I was just like, right when you took it off, I was the bad guy. I was the villain there.
Do you know what was the best part about that, though, is the look on Brady's face when he didn't have, like, a St. Louis jersey on underneath his Ottawa jersey, and he just had nothing to give the fans. Like, he just had nothing. That's funny. What did you think of that weekend?
I thought it was unbelievable, to see you guys playing your first All-Star game in your hometown, the place you guys grew up going to and skating, coming to watch me practice, coming to watch me play games, and then be able to go on that ice and represent, all the young kids that grew up playing St. Louis hockey here. And I think it was phenomenal. I'm so happy for you guys. And Mom and I were so thrilled. And having Nene and Papa there and Battle there was awesome.
Dad, who plays more like you, me or Brady?
I don't know. You both do a lot of similar things. I think, both physical. We're both around the net. You both agitate a little bit. I did that early in my career. It's just a combination, but you guys definitely have a lot more skill than I do.
All right, so if you think we're both like you, then rank us 3 in order right now. That's the worst.
Well, it's still early in your careers. I don't think we should be ranking anybody right now. I think I'd still have to be number 1 just based on because I am. And you both tied for last.